Hey, what's going on, folks? Klutch here, and well, today we're looking at a brand new Farming Simulator 22 trailer, all about equipment, all about all the equipment we're going to be seeing in Farming Simulator 22, which is fantastic. But I do have some concerns and things we need to talk about. All right, let's do that. Bitter batter. All right, so like I said, things are good. This trailer actually is, well, to say the least, I'm kind of in love with it, guys. No, really. I mean, this is right up my alley. The music that goes along with everything on this trailer is pretty much everything that I build this channel around. It's high tempo, it's upbeat, and you know what? I kind of dig it, to be honest with you. Now, I say all that, but it is with some apprehensiveness. Let's go with apprehensiveness for now. Slight concern. I don't want to go too far yet, but we only have seen a few pieces of equipment. There's definitely some pieces of equipment we have not seen yet that I'm getting very nervous about. Did I say nervous? I meant apprehensive. No, concerned? I don't know anymore. But there's some equipment we haven't seen, and that's what I'm starting to be more concerned about. Ah, crap. Is it apprehensive, concerned, nervous? I don't know anymore. So, I'll tell you what. We'll take a look at the trailer. We'll see some of the equipment. We'll talk a little bit about it. We'll break it up. And yeah, from there, we'll see, well, some of the stuff that maybe hasn't been announced. So stick around to the end. We'll go back in and we'll talk about the stuff that maybe hasn't been announced yet. The stuff that's kind of making me a little bit apprehensive. So before we begin, of course, you can find this particular trailer over on the Giants website in its full unedited glory. You're going to find all the equipment there along with a blog post that talks a little bit about this. Now, this video itself, it focuses mostly on some of the new equipment that they're having in Farming Simulator 22. Now, there is some stuff at the start where they have some, I want to say glamour shots. I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm going with it. It's more of a glamour shot type of thing where we're seeing some of the equipment in low light levels. And you kind of get an idea of how the graphic engine is going to work. Now, this is all in-game footage, it appears to be at least. So we're going to get an idea of how the graphic engine handles low light. And there's some interesting subtle differences and some nice little touches that Giants has added into this. And of course, before I get into this, if you're new around here, hey, thanks so much for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Of course, we do multiple videos of Farming Simulator here on the channel per day. You're also going to find live streams, let's plays, all that fun stuff, as well as informative videos like this one right here. So make sure if you have not subscribed already, slap the subscribe button, drop a like while you're at it down there, and let's get into this trailer. Let's take a look and see what we got. Yeah, we know Peggy 3, we get it. Yeah. Giant Software, yes, of course, self-published this time. And I mean, look at the shot. Oh, see what I mean with the darkness and the colors, the light, everything? It looks so good. Now, I'm assuming this is, oh man, like look at the sky. I gotta go back. Some of these skylines we're getting off this, I mean, I'm curious to see if that is going to be all the maps, how we're going to differentiate between with different seasons, how the skyboxes are going to look. Now, this is as pretty as I've seen the skybox in Farming Sim 22 and all the videos we've seen so far. I mean, this has been tweaked, of course. It looks like saturation's been bumped up a little bit, but man, that sure is pretty. But okay, I digress. Let's dive in. Let's go on to the equipment. Like I said, we're going to go through all these pieces of equipment they show off right now in a bit. It's going to build up to that point. Of course, there's the Mac. We all know about the Mac, right? Okay, whoa. Hang on a sec. I noticed this before. We have a moon now in the day. We got a daytime moon in the skybox. How often does that happen? Is it always a full moon? I don't know, but I want to find out now. The X9, we got the Fenton Katana there. The Versatile, and well, the Mac in the same trailer. Does it get much better than that? I'm kind of excited about those two pieces of equipment in particular. Man, there's a lot to look at here. Starting off though, the Zetor Crystal. Of course, we've talked a lot about. Let's stop this for one sec here. The Zetor Crystal. Zetor is the brand new brand in Farming Simulator, of course. Yeah, well, there's a couple of different tractors on this one. That one, yeah, which one's the size of this one here? The Crystal. Do we have a size number on this one? 171 horsepower. There you go. So medium-sized tractor, medium to small-sized tractors. There's a couple different models of these, of course. Not much to talk about there. Moving on to the case. This is one of the ones we need to talk more about later on. Magnum AFS Connect series here, 50 kilometers. Variable, the CVT transmission on this one, 374 to 435 horsepower. Now, we don't have a lot of other case tractors that have been talked about yet, and there's going to be more on that later on. We'll look into that more. The Canada 650, we've seen this one in several different trailers now. The brand new corn harvester. McCormick, another brand new brand for Farming Simulator 22, the McCormick. This is the X8. There's also the X7 that will be in game. Could be an interesting tractor to start off a farm with. We'll be curious to see how that all works out. These are interesting tractors. Not exactly my huge taste. I don't mind them, but we don't have enough information on them yet. We'll have to wait and see. X9 1100. We've had that as a mod in Farm Sim 22 or Farm Sim 19. Sorry, we've had that as a mod for quite some time now. And absolutely amazing combine. I can't wait to try more about this. Now this one here, for those who are into potatoes, we'll see how this works out. Now this is technically designed for multiple people to be on. This is not a single person harvester. Let's put it that way. These little spots up on the top here typically have people that will stand up there and observe and, you know, run the equipment from the backside as the potatoes are running through the belts and the various drives. Forgive me, I don't know my potato harvesters all that well. But typically there are people at the back here that run this as well. Okay, is it possible we might have passengers available on a vehicle like this? What would you do if you were a passenger there? Is there something else you can do? I doubt it, but you never know. I think it'd be kind of cool. And then we finally move on to the Mac. Oh, guys, it's been so long coming. A proper North American truck, the Mac. This one here is the Superliner, right? I believe this one's a Superliner. Yeah, there we go. Superliner 6x4, 500 horsepower, manual only. Manual only listed here. So is there not an option to have this in an automatic format? Do you have to use a manual? See, I've been asking this question for a while. I'm still a little bit confused on how that's going to work out. Not sure yet. New Gold Holland Grape Harvester, the Broad 9700, I believe. 9070, sorry. 9070L. We've seen this. The Versatile, we've talked about this in great depth because I'm absolutely infatuated with the Versatile. The power shift 583 to 665. Looks like this will be the only Versatile in game, guys, just so you know about that. And we go into this, the Kloss Tryon 750 720 variable speed transmission, and the brand new Massey Ferguson 8S. Yeah, the 8S. That's all the base equipment there. And then as we leave this trailer, guys, we go around the Massey, and there we get a beauty shot of a whole bunch of equipment, most of which I believe we have seen so far. Now, most of this stuff makes sense. It's all good. You get to see all the brand names. Everything looks good, of course. Remember to pre-order. If you haven't pre-ordered already, you're looking to pre-order, you can find links down in the description to place your pre-orders right now, as well as get your Season 1 pass. But now on to what I'm a little bit concerned about. Now, we've seen a lot of equipment, guys. We're down to the nitty-gritty here, and a lot of the stuff has been released. Well, what are things we haven't seen? Now, I know there's been a few people talking about case, for example, and that's an interesting one. So this is all the case equipment we kind of know about. Well, we're missing the nude one on here. Right now, this is the smaller case, but we're missing a quad track. Where's the quad track? We're missing any real large case tractors still. Something along those lines. We haven't seen any of the large case tractors been put into this yet. Any of the 600 series even. I'm not sure what that means. Does that mean they're still to be announced, or are we waiting on that? Now, there's more than just this, guys. If we go back and take a look at the list once again, something else I noticed was that we don't have any more pull behind or pull between type planting units, any of the large stuff. Now, one off the bat, I don't see any Bourgault as a brand that's in Farming Simulator 22. That would have been the DLC package that came in Farm Sim 19. No Bourgault has been listed on here, unfortunately, because I absolutely love the equipment that comes in that Bourgault pack. Now, the Bourgault pack, it had some large planting units, which we're not going to see. That sounds like we had the Vaderstad, which is right here. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Vaderstad is going to have that pull between planting head unit that they had beforehand. I can't remember what the model number is on that one. I'd have to go back and look, but it doesn't appear like we have that as an option in Farming Sim 22, which is really unfortunate. So what are we stuck with now as far as planting units? Well, we still have a couple good options that are still here, so I'm not all that concerned. But I am going to miss any of those pull between or pull behind planting heads that we seem to be getting a lot of now in Farming Sim 22, or Farming Sim 19, sorry. Farming Sim 22, well, what are some of our planting heads here? We had, of course, well, the John Deere. Now, John Deere's got a lot of equipment. It's pretty well stocked. I'm pretty happy with the base equipment we're going to see for John Deere. And as we go down, we have the 1775 NT, basically a DB60, I believe, on that one. So a decent sized planting head right there. That's all good. That's a decent planter. Also, if we go back in, which was of course just announced, Kinsey And we've got some interesting planting units on this one, the 3665 as well as the 4905. What are our sizes on this? 12 meter and is it 18 meter? So 12 and 18 meter respectively. So those are brand new, of course. Those are definitely some decent higher size planting units. But guys, other than that, I'm not seeing any huge cedars planters like we kind of had in the past. They're very different in that sense. Even for instance, something that is missing here. Well, here's our horse equipment. There's not a lot to be talking about as far as our horse equipment. Now, we don't have a ton, that being said, in Farming Sim 19, but we have a lot of different plows and cultivators from Horsch. And there was a massive Horsch DLC or mod pack that was released within the first 6 months of Farming Simulator 19. And currently there's none of that that's been put into Farming Sim 22. So that is something else I am somewhat definitely thinking and being concerned about. Now, before I go all negative Nancy on you, don't worry, I am still excited about a lot of this stuff. For instance, the Anderson pack, remember the Anderson bale wrapping pack? Well, we have those base game now. Hugely happy to see that that was a thing. Now, as for other brands that I'm still waiting to hear a little bit more on, of course, New Holland actually has quite a bit of equipment on the New Holland side. It has a lot more actually than even the case, which is a little bit surprising in a sense. So as for our New Holland equipment, we have a full gamut of tractors. Now, one thing I was missing was the T6 two-wheel drive. Really hoping to see that mid to small size New Holland Little Blue making it into Farm Sim 22. We got the four-wheel drive T6, and then we have a whole schwackload of other pieces of equipment from New Holland. Still stuff coming soon, of course, but there's quite a bit of equipment coming out of New Holland into Farming Sim 22. Now, another feature before we wrap this up that I should probably touch on that I didn't think was actually going to happen, that looks to be actually happening in Farming Simulator 22, is the used equipment market. Now, we haven't seen a lot of information on this, and it's only a couple of screenshots and videos that have been posted about this, none of which are from Giants, mind you. However, they did show off some prices changing in equipment or what looks to be used. It's tougher to say exactly what everything means, but we may be getting used equipment. It looks like a possibility in Farming Sim 22, which is an older feature from Farm Sim 17 and beyond, I believe. You know what I mean. Now, this was posted by DJ Gohem himself, so make sure you guys go check out the video on that if you haven't already. But like I said, it caught me off guard. I didn't think that this was a feature that was coming to Farming Sim 22. Pleasantly surprised that it sounds like this is going to be making its return. Interesting to see how it's going to play out. I hope it's done right. I hope it's not just something simple, an easy way to kind of scam money in, but we'll see how this all works out. So there you have it, folks. Is there something you feel is missing? Am I overreacting? Are we going to see all these equipment brands brought into the game that I'm just impatient to see? Drop a comment down below, of course. Fill out the poll as well. It's in the description. Ask the same question. Let me know what you guys think. Am I being impatient, or do I have a right to be concerned? Let me know down below in the comments and in the description. Would love to hear from you guys there. And as always, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Drop the like. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great day, folks.